Oh, man.
Oh, 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 man.
Yeah.
Hey. Let the gray space say,
Oh, man.
Amen.
Amen. Oh, shit, man. I'm gonna
back.
We're back. I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start things off. I want to shout out Bill Withers, dude, who just sued.
Shout out to Bill Withers, man.
You know, if you guys don't know, he did "Ain't No Sunshine." You guys had to have heard that song for sure.
Two of us.
Lean on Me.
Lean on me.
Oh my gosh, man!
What's
Lovely
right now?
Day.
Yeah, a lovely day.
I mean, just genius.
Classic.
You know, fantastic soul R&B. So make sure to blast some Bill Withers this week, man.
One of the greats, man.
Yeah. So I just wanted to give a shout out, man.
Huge shout out.
And rest in peace. And, you know,
Yeah, man.
thank you for all the fantastic music that you've given us over the years.
Shout out to Bill Withers, man.
For sure. So I just wanted to, you know, jump on that real quick.
Yeah, man.
So how's everything going, man?
Another week.
Yeah. Another weird ass week.
Another weird ass week.
Right? Just sitting in the thick of it.
I mean, literally.
Right. Yeah, we are.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, just trying to maintain. I just, you know, hope that people are staying positive through all of this, and you know, just keeping their sanity. I think one of the cool things that's been going on, I think individually as people that I've been seeing kind of going on, and then on a grander scale with like Instagram and social media, is, you know, like the Zoom videos, the Instagram live videos that people are doing.
Man,
and
some of those
people,
Instagram lives are amazing, man.
Yo, I got to tell you one. So there's a couple things that I've seen. For one, shout out to Zoom. The basically a
like
video chat app.
conference,
Yeah, video conference app. Really cool app. If you guys don't have it, get it. You know, especially for those that don't have like FaceTime or whatever. And it's a cool app. You can record your conversations.
And it's free.
So shout out to Zoom. Instagram Live. Tory Lanez has had this. I think it's quarantine radio.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had like he's had Drake on there. He had Meg Thee Stallion on there. Like, he's had people on there. And I don't know how he's doing it, but I'm telling you right now, Tory Lanez needs to get. If we get when we get out of this, whether it's a month from now, 2 months from now, whatever, Tory Lanez needs to continue the quarantine radio, because it's one of the funniest fucking things that I've ever watched.
Cool, man.
Everything he does, he gets so hyped.
Yeah.
So it's like he's like, yo, shout out to because we're the first ones that did it. It's just him going crazy in the back, and I don't know how he's doing this shit, but it's dope. It's dope as fuck.
Nice.
The other thing I saw was New Jersey Twerk. Don't let the name fool you. New Jersey Twerk, one of the most dangerous battle rappers out right now, and he's battling just random people.
Oh, really?
For $100. Now he's charging $100, so he's making money. But shit, fuck it, right?
Yeah, but if you want to, test your skills or whatever, man, throw down
straight
a hot
battling
dog.
people, and there's a couple cats on there that I was like, yeah, that shit was nice.
Right, that's cool, man. I didn't know he was doing that.
Yeah, it's
it's amazing, man. All the artists and creative people that are sharing their
doing
stuff.
like concerts at home and
Dude,
shit. Like, it's crazy.
Some of the shit's really fucking cool, man. Just
shout
really
out to
cool.
DJ D Nice. Yeah, it's crazy.
Plus, there's bands in town is
shout out to DJ Freshmaker from Arizona. He did something like that very recently, so he's been on his shit. So shout out to him.
If you go to twitch.tv, there's bands in town. They have everybody's on there, like just doing home shows.
Yeah.
And so it's cool. And then plus you can, if you want to give to the artist or whatever, you can donate, a few bucks, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, they ain't working either. Some of them are.
Well, a lot of them.
I mean, as far as like, if you feel like you don't want to give a Drake $1 or whatever,
right,
because he's sitting on millions,
right.
But like, some of the smaller artists that really depend on touring to make their money, to live and sustain.
Shout out to the comedians too, man. I've been big on this, man. Shout out to Keon Poley, man, who's been like consistent dropping content, and some of it is old and some of it's new, and he's kind of been mixing it up, but consistent dropping content. Shout out to Keon Poley, Tony Baker, who's been dropping voiceovers on top of voiceovers. Shout out, Ryan Davis. I mean, I can go down the list. You know what I'm saying? HaHa Davis, Ryan Davis, Tony Baker, Keon Poley, Kev on Stage, Tahir Moore, like Doughboy. Like I keep going and going and going. But these guys have been dropping content in the midst of all this, to keep us entertained. And they're not getting paid from this. They don't get paid from this stuff. I mean, maybe they get monetized from the YouTube and the Instagram, but I don't know how much. I mean, it's not nearly as much as they're getting when they're doing shows.
Right.
This we know. So shout out to them, man, for still keeping us, lighthearted and happy spirited, and shout
as
out
much
to,
as possible.
And shout out to everybody, man, that's going through this shit right now and just trying to maintain, and whatever you're doing to keep yourself sane and stay happy through this, man. I know there's a lot of people that lost their jobs, or just without a job right now. May lose their jobs, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Stay strong. Keep your head high. We'll make it through this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And any little thing that I can do to help, I've been trying to, search for ways that I can help, and, but still try to selfishly keep myself afloat at the same time. But any little thing that we can do to help, man, let's reach out to each other and help each other. If you have the opportunity. Right. If it's $1, if it's 15 cents, if it's 1,500, if it's 15,000, if you have the opportunity to help people, help out. There's a lot of funds out there. There's a lot of relief funds, a lot of charities. Anything you can do, go out there and do it.
Right. Also, too, don't be afraid to contact somebody as well. You never know. Somebody in isolation might just need that quick phone call, or like you were talking about, the quick Zoom thing.
Zoom, FaceTime,
whatever you have.
Right.
Hey, what's up? Just make sure you're good.
Yeah, man. Reach out, man.
That helps a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Just for the mental.
Yeah.
The mental aspect of things.
Yeah.
I
think one thing, if I can touch on, man, and I hope that I hope that we really understand this as people, is that in the face of tragedy, in the face of adversity, is always some positive that comes from it. There's always a positive to to whatever the issue is. And I think two things. I think if you've seen recent pictures of major cities and how the air looks and how, so let's keep that same energy, right? Let's treat this earth and this world the way it treats us.
Big time. Yes.
Big time.
Yeah.
The other thing is, let's value each other. Let's get back, because now when we don't have each other, now the value has been raised. Damn, I wish I could see. Damn, I wish I could see. Damn, I wish I could see. And then a lot of times in those moments when you've had the opportunity to, a lot of us haven't taken advantage of the opportunity.
Right.
Correct. So when we get out of this, let's continue to value the same things that we're starting to learn how to either value or revalue. Right. We're re-understanding what that value is.
Right. Take this as a learning lesson too.
And not just the people that you care about, but let's learn to have some type of mindfulness when it comes to other people, even if we don't know them. Let's keep our distance. Let's keep our space. Let's stay clean. Let us do things as human beings to take care of other human beings.
Right.
And I hope that's something positive that comes out of all this, man, because you got people passing away that don't get to see their families.
Oh yeah, man.
And their families don't get to see them. And,
right.
You know what I mean? So let's take care of each other, man. Real shit.
Please, let's take care of each other. I second everything you said, man. You said it very well.
Thank you.
And something fun, just for our video watchers out there. If you guys want a fun drinking game, every time Dre touches either the mouse or the keyboard, take a shot. So it's really funny, man, because I have to bring this up because if you guys want to have just a little bit of fun at home, as you're watching it, I would have never noticed, but you brought it to my attention last week, and I was like, man, I've never noticed. Now I noticed, like, I was sitting here watching, you've already done it like 3 or 4 times. Yeah. You go get fucked up. Shit.
Yeah, don't put your money on me. you gonna go through a whole bottle.
Right. Well, hey, man, shit. If you're sitting at home one night and
Yo, speaking of that, I read that, and people probably already know this, but liquor sales are like crazy, like up like damn near 100%.
Damn.
From this whole thing, because the liquor stores and the beer and wine retailers and liquor retailers are still considered essential in most places, right?
Right.
And so I heard that I think spirits was up like 70, almost 80%.
It kind of makes sense though, right? Because look at
niggas like, if I'm gonna be home.
Yeah, but also too, people go out, right? Right. Go to not just a bar, but like that's say true. You're going to a restaurant that has a bar, you're gonna maybe have a margarita or that's some true. Kind of drink, some kind of beer, whatever. So that's well, crazy, shit, dude. Though. Like, well, maybe
these motherfuckers people, like, if I'm gonna get locked down, I need beans, rice, toilet paper, meat, and a whole lot of liquor,
a whole lot of alcohol. Give me a whole lot of alcohol.
My mom told me. She said, you know what's going to happen from all this? She said, we're going to have a country full of alcoholics by this time this is all. Everybody going to be drunk. Ain't nobody, shit, fuck going back to work, you going to be faded.
Right? Yeah, you got to get back into that work routine. Holy shit, man. Damn.
He's about to be out here loaded.
You know what, man? There's another thing I want to touch on before we dive in to our topic. It was brought up by my mom, and as a matter of fact, we had a conversation a few nights ago about it, and it's actually about this podcast. And I'm not sure we ever said, because we recorded a couple episodes that never aired, that in the very beginning when we first started this.
Yes.
I want us to let people know what this podcast is about, because I think it's important for people to know what we're trying to do here, because I'm not sure we've ever really said what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
If you want to go and jump in, or I can go, it doesn't matter, dude. Like what we're trying to do with the Gray Space podcast. Because we had a lengthy conversation about it Wednesday night, I want to say.
Yeah. So we're trying to spark conversation. We're trying to spark thought. We're trying to spark intrigue. We're just trying to spark your mind to think different.
Just think about,
or just think.
Yeah.
Just think.
Maybe and
step back and think about this shit.
And I also want to say, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
it's not about that we have the answers
No,
to anything.
No.
It's topics that we're both interested in. Working stuff through. We might agree, we might disagree.
We started
you guys
this
out
podcast.
You guys might disagree, which is good. That starts conversation. That starts your brain to start thinking about things just a little bit differently.
Right.
And if we could bring that and just change maybe how you approach a certain situation or your mindset, that's really, to me, what this podcast is all about.
We started this podcast because you and I are from totally different backgrounds. Even though many of the things that we've been through have been very similar, totally different backgrounds, and we're brothers, and we've always had major conversations about very tough issues,
right.
Lengthy conversations about very tough issues, and we wanted to take these conversations and bring them to the forefront. Mm-hmm. Because we've always said that conversation sparks change.
Right.
And whether it's a small change or a large change, this is what we're trying to do. So what we're trying to do is just, even if you disagree with both of us.
Right. Yeah.
And you have a totally other perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
We're not here to be right. The only thing we want to be right about is sparking the conversation.
Right.
And that's why we are the Gray Space, because there's nothing that we are afraid to go after.
Right.
There's nothing. There's not a topic of conversation. There's nothing that we are going to say, no. We are going to attack every issue, small, big, and we're going to have fun. Right. And we're going to have fun. Even if those issues are lighthearted
mm-hmm.
and bullshit, then we're going to have a lighthearted bullshit conversation. Right. No matter, we're going to have barbershop conversations. We're going to have dinner table conversations. We're going to have personal, hey, I need to talk to you conversations. Mm-hmm. We're going to, every conversation that you have with everybody in your life, we're going to have those conversations. And so that's what we're about. And so if we jump all over the map, it's because that's what we were planning to do. Right. We're not specified in what we talk about. Mm-hmm. We might do a whole fucking show about anime because we want to.
Right.
Because it was suggested. That's what's going to happen.
Right.
So if you're tuning in every week, and if you know some people who haven't been tuning in every week, then you tell them to tune in every week because we're talking that shit.
Right.
Okay?
It's all about sparking the mind, the conversation.
Just have a conversation.
Right. And that's really, I mean, man, we've been having conversations for years and years and years now. And I brought this, I don't know if we ever told the story, but, or at least aired the story of, I brought this to your attention 4 years ago, maybe.
It's been 4 years ago at this point, yeah.
And it took us this long to actually, get in a room and actually do it. Mm-hmm. And we talked about, because you were living in California at the time. I was here in Arizona.
So many factors.
It's why it took us so long, but I'm so glad that we're doing this and we can share with everybody. Also, our goals for you guys to share with other people too. Like if there's a topic that you think, man, I never thought about this. You should listen to that or whatever,
And share with us. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, do not be afraid to drop a comment and let us know what you guys think.
Tell us that you think that we're totally wrong about something.
By the way, I want to just random.
Yeah.
And I'll drop the links in the podcast episode. I want to shout out my boy Big Sherm. He has a new single out. And I want to shout out my boy V Sweet. He has a couple of new joints out. So I'm gonna drop those because they've been hitting me. Like, yo, shout us out. So Big Sherm, V Sweet, I got you. Okay? So I want y'all to know, you reach out, I got you. You reach out, Zeke got you.
You know what I'll do? Because I didn't know they were trying to.
You gonna throw it on what you heard?
I'll throw it on what you heard for you guys.
Throwing it on what you.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh shit! See.
So that way people can hear it, but also click the link down below if you're just
I'm gonna drop the link.
Yep.
I'm gonna drop the link. But if you want to wait till what you heard, then the link will be in what you heard.
Yep.
So shout out to Big Sherm. Shout out to V Sweet. And shout out to my boy Woodman DaStar, who hit me up. He's got an album out right now called Love and Bars, crazy album. And I know he's working on a lot of stuff. He's out in the D. Shout out to Woodman DaStar. Woodman DaStar. Don't let me fuck that up. Woodman DaStar. Shout out to you. Yeah, so go check that out. I'm gonna drop those links.
Cool.
The podcast episode.
And we'll put it in what you heard.
We'll
and it'll actually be in a day after. We'll be in on this coming up Monday. If you're listening, it'll be the April 3rd. What you heard. New music April 3rd for that
6 p.m.
podcast. So if you're watching this a couple weeks down the road, you'll know which one.
6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
We do air it live
every Monday.
Every Monday.
6 p.m. Monday. Every Monday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard. Every Monday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard. Every Monday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Every bar. Every Monday.
Fucking bar.
Every Monday, though. Yeah, every Monday. So,
yeah, but let us know what you guys think. Let us know. You guys have ideas, man. Like, let us know.
Right.
We're gonna chop it up.
All right, man. You ready to dive in?
All right, man. I've been ready. Let's go.
Shoot, man.
I think I was more ready today than ever.
I have a question.
I normally do.
Is reality even real? So, we had this conversation after the podcast last.
I was like, "Damn, do we have this conversation?"
We had this conversation last week, and you said this needs to be a podcast episode.
Okay.
So that's why I brought it, because I was like, "All right, man, let's talk about it." Is reality real? Do you have a quick yes or no? Before you get into whatever your thought is that you're thinking of. Do you have an answer?
Right now, I don't have an answer.
You don't? So my answer is yes and no. And let me explain.
Okay.
So you take somebody who's blind.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
And you
was coming back to me.
Yeah. And you give them a cube. And it's metallic, and they touch it, and you tell them that's a cube. Mm-hmm. Then you take a pyramid, have them touch it. It's metallic. That's a pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality of cube pyramid. For miraculous purposes, for this, you give them sight, and you have them sitting on the table. Do they know
what's a cube?
What's a cube and what's a pyramid? By looking at it?
Not by sight, no.
No, they don't know it by sight.
Right.
Their reality has changed. Now it's not, their reality has broken, and it's not really real anymore. It's changed. So that's why I say yes and no, because reality is all a matter of perception, in my opinion. So you take the blind person who they're blind, they touch the cube, they touch the pyramid, right? They know, well, yeah, I could feel it, and yeah, that's the cube. Yeah, that's the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I'm like taking all this
I see
in.
you. I see you. Yeah, take
my
it in.
computer's rolling right now. It's like I'm seeing numbers and letters and shit. And go ahead.
Right.
Sorry.
So, anyways, reality is all a matter of perception. So everybody's reality is different.
Very.
It's like a fingerprint. Everybody's fingerprint is different. Everybody's perception of reality is different. So that's why, for me, the answer is, it's actually more on is reality real? More kind of on the no side, because it's so different for everybody. So now there are fundamental facts and maybe truths.
There's facts and truths, right?
Right.
But there's
reality,
did it happen or not?
The reality to you is so different than the reality for me, even though we see eye to eye on certain things. Go ahead. No. I'm good. Go ahead. Spit it out. What you got? Because I've been talking. So go ahead.
No, I agree with everything you say.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
I do not disagree at all. What I would add to that, well, the only thing I disagree with is you saying you would tend to lean more towards a no. Mm-hmm. And I would tend to lean more towards a yes.
Okay.
Because to me, the answer is yes. But the statement is too broad. Is reality real?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is real? Real is a perception,
mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
If I see this and I believe that I see this, then this is real to me. Now, there's facts and truths, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's things that either happen or don't happen. And that, in the sense of the word, is the most real. That happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
It happened. Somebody drove 80 miles an hour. It happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's reality is different. So if you and I watch the same event happen, same exact event, right? Could be, let's say we're watching Independence Day, July 4th, fireworks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're out there and the squad's out there and we're all watching this happen. The fireworks, and it's a whole event. The way that we will tell the story of that event is going to be entirely different because my reality of that, my perception of that, which made it real to me, is going to be different than your perception. So that, I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but what I'm saying is it's real to me.
It is, but then it's like, that's why I lean more towards a little bit more towards, no, it's not. Well, it's real, but it's, I don't know. Give you another example.
Okay.
Because that's, but let's take, you witness an accident, but then there's 3 other people that witness a car accident.
See, I wasn't trying to go that devastating, but go ahead.
But I mean,
but you have to for the sake of this argument. Yes.
Right. Because now you're going to have one person that's going to maybe side with one driver and then another person with another driver.
That's facts.
And then somebody who's neutral and goes, I don't know. I know what I saw, but I don't know what I saw.
That's facts.
So what, I mean, you have these, and that's what's weird about, basically the justice system anyways. I mean,
right.
That's a whole nother avenue. We don't want to go down. But what I'm just saying is those people's perception of reality of that particular event, well, it happened.
Right.
So yes, the event happened and the event was real.
Right. Right.
But how it happened and how it got there is may or may not be real.
How the perception of the event, right, may or may not be 100% truthful, right?
Okay.
So things happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tapping the table right now. This is a fact.
Are you sure?
This is I'm tapping the table, right?
Okay.
If at, I don't know what time it is, but whatever the time it is, I say, I tapped the table at 10:30, right? Whatever, we'll throw something out there. And you're like, nah, I think he tapped the table at 10. Nah, maybe it was 9. it could have been 11.
Mm.
Well, the fact is, there's no evidence. Let's say there's no evidence to show that I tapped the table at 10:30, and you see me tap the table, and somebody else sees me tap the table, and they're like, "Well, no, it was definitely 12. It was 12." The perception of the truth and the fact, right,
Mm-hmm.
is what changes it from truth and fact. But it is still it's still a real thing.
No, I got you because I understand what you're saying.
I feel like I had a way to go,
well,
and then all of a sudden, me came back to me and was like, "Bro, that's not the argument. Find another."
But
one.
it is a weird. It is like I would challenge everybody to actually think about this because it's really kind of an interesting thought to actually have. Is because I understand what you're saying. You tapping this tape, that's the only real thing that happened.
Right.
That's it. That's
what happened. What actually happened.
Right. But then but see, the problem is, the problem with that argument is somebody would have an argument against you actually maybe not touching the table and go, well, you never really physically touched it. I didn't hear a sound. I couldn't see I'm just saying. That's why perception of
and that would
reality
fall into,
real. Right. So you have these weird, you go down this weird windy road of, is reality real?
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Right. So I said bring all this up.
Go ahead.
Because I want to bring up, because I think this is really the more important thing about this question.
Okay.
And that is, like I said, everybody has their own fingerprint and everybody has their own perception of reality.
That's a fact.
And I think it's important that we realize that we understand that somebody's perception of reality may not align with our perception of reality, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're wrong or they're right or you're wrong or you're right. It's your perception of reality.
Now, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I want you to keep going because you might have something that.
Well, I was actually gonna bring your wife into this. Okay. Huh?
You gonna bring my wife into this? Oh, you acting unusual.
Now you guys, right? Uh-huh.
What? Are you serious?
So, I mean, your guys' perception of reality is over.
No,
game over. Shit, dude. Fuck. I just killed the conversation.
This is why you gotta watch it on YouTube, man. You see the shit.
Anyways, I was just gonna say, man, your guys' perceptions of reality are completely different. Yet you guys align somewhere.
Yes.
Of some sort of reality.
Yeah. No, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
she will definitely be her own person. You will definitely be your own person. You meet
big facts.
You meet somewhere in the middle of the gray space.
Hopefully.
Right?
Hopefully.
Right.
Right. On a great day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now you're going to
on a regular day.
You're about to dig yourself a hole. So let's
we'll
get out of your wife's situation here.
No, because it's no, we always find a way to meet in the middle. And I think most people that, if you have a good relationship with anybody, with the friendship, family, right, whatever it is, that you always agree to meet in the middle. You know, it's like you could tell a story and, you know, somebody you know was there and they go, no, you didn't say that first. You said this. No, I didn't. I didn't say. No, you definitely said that. Look, I'm telling you I didn't say that. I'm telling you because Jim was down the street. Oh, shit, Jim was down the street. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? But you find a way to meet in the middle. And you find a way to But if you have a good relationship with anybody, you should do that.
Right, but
you have to. You have to.
But somebody might bring somebody. Let's take more of an acquaintance. Okay, a more of an acquaintance approach to this question is.
Brought my wife into it.
Is you may be talking to somebody at work or with a group of friends, whatever,
That's a fact.
and they have a perception of what they think is really going on, and you may totally disagree with that, but that doesn't mean, like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean you're right, they're wrong, vice versa.
Right.
That doesn't really mean that. And I think it's really important to understand as human beings that perception of reality to one person does not have to align completely with your perception of reality.
100% agreed.
So that's why I kind of lean towards, well, is reality real? I don't know.
I lean towards...
I'm like 60-40.
60-40 no or 60-40
yeah, 60-40 no.
So I would say I'm 80-20 yes.
Okay.
And here's the reason why. Everybody's reality is their reality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if we're talking about having conversations about things that we've witnessed, right? Mm-hmm. So somebody else saw the same thing that I did, right? Mm-hmm. And let's put it on a broader scale. Somebody's watching a news conference right now with all this shit going on. Somebody's watching a news conference and they see an announcement made and a statement made, and you watch it and I watch it and she watches it and he watches it, and we all have a conversation about it. Mm-hmm. The statement was made, right? Mm-hmm. The facts are the facts. We could all have a different perception of the body language, what they said, how they said it, right?
Right. They put an inflection on the way. Right.
Now, here's where the problem lies. If I try to tell you my reality is more believable or more truthful than yours, then now it's not real. None of it's real, right? Mm-hmm. If we have a conversation about our individual realities, and I can come to the conclusion that, okay, you believe it this way, and I might disagree with it, mm-hmm. but I have to hear you out on that, because again, you said it at this time. No, I didn't say I wasn't doing that. I know, because Jim was down the street and he screamed across because the dog was running. Oh shit, Jim was down the street and he screamed at the dog. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So that brings us to a common ground. The reality, I don't know how to say this. Our realities are real. Every individual person's reality is real. Is it the truth? Is it a fact? Now, if
that's true, because what just popped in my head is drugs, right? I've never done like psychedelics or anything.
I did a road trip to get to where I was trying to get to, so thank you for letting me veer off the path and then get back to where I need to get to.
But people's perception of reality when you take a drug, right, that alters your, mental, whatever it does, right, mm-hmm. and makes you see things. Mm-hmm. Is it real? It's not real. It's in your head. So that's what I'm saying.
But there's also some people in the world that will argue
exactly
that when you go to these certain places, that you are seeing something behind the veil,
like
that
the
is
curtains
real.
being pulled back,
like the curtains being pulled back, and you're seeing something real. And so to us, it's not real. But it may be. It may actually be there, but we can't see it.
Maybe it's the most real thing ever.
Man, that's a fact.
We don't know. Maybe we're so shut off to everything that we don't see
Right.
what we're supposed to see. You know? I mean, shoot. I mean, we could just keep going down this road. I mean, like colors. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your perception of what the color of that tree is out there.
Riding down the rabbit hole right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's an interesting thought to think about.
No, it is.
And it's even more interesting to think about it in somebody else's point of view, right? I won't say reality necessarily, but their point of view, which is their reality, which is real.
But you
can't take that away from them.
No, and that's what I was trying to get to. You can't take away somebody's perception, their reality of the situation.
Right. And this goes back to what I was just talking about, taking a hallucinogenic drug, right? Like, yeah, their perception might be really real, and it might be the realest thing ever. But I don't know that. To me, it's not real.
Dude, there's some people that say that like schizophrenics see the most like real shit. Now, it may be, and I'm just for sake of argument,
right,
that they see real shit and it drives them crazy, and it's what drives them to do some of the crazy stuff that they do. Is that they're not schizophrenic, is that the veil's been pulled back, and now they can see the world and see things that we can't see, that we either aren't capable of seeing. You know what I mean? Right. But then there's been geniuses in the world, right, who were thought of as crazy early in their lives, who saw things, right, and created tremendous things, and went the opposite way. Didn't go crazy and go bad, but went crazy and went good, and now they're considered geniuses. So.
Right.
Because they actually saw some shit. They believed in something that nobody could believe in.
It's like theoretical physics, right? And, and people go, man, you're freaking nuts.
Right.
There's no way there's a fourth dimension.
Right.
Well, whenever that was, I'm just...
Right.
Spitballing here. But, I mean, yeah, they saw it. They knew it was real. They just had to prove that it was real. Right?
Right.
And, so, I mean, yes, facts are facts, but
facts are facts.
But perception
truths
of reality,
are truths.
yeah. And I'm still, even in our conversation, I agree with a lot of stuff you're saying, and I still kind of lean towards more of the no, though. And it's I don't want that to be a negative thing either, because
no,
it's not really a negative thing. It's just how my reality sees things, and it's
funny we're saying the same thing,
right?
Again, but now boil it down. The reality of it is you see it as a no for the same reason I see it as a yes. We're saying the exact same thing,
but isn't that weird? It's just strange, man.
But then your perception of it is, well, no, it's not real because of this, and this.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, it is real because of this, isn't it? So.
Right. So, I mean, just be careful, or, be mindful of people's perception of reality.
I think that's more of it. Perception. I think perception is the word.
Right.
That changes our reality around us.
And it's like we talked about in the top of the podcast here is, that's what this is all about. That's, that's why I kind of brought up why we do this podcast. No, you're not real, dude.
No?
No.
I was trying to see if my hand would go through.
There's all these things called photons and neutrons and shit.
I'm going to Photoshop this like...
You want me to
I'm going to Photoshop this shit, and I'm going to just disappear when I do this. Like... that would disappear.
Put like the beaming shit
Right.
on you, dude. Like you
Oh,
beam
shit.
somewhere.
And yeah, then I definitely won't be real.
That's right, because you
Because
fucking
they beat me
just
because all
died.
my particles are gone.
You just fucking died.
Then I got reimagined.
Oh,
shit. How many podcasts do we want to go back to?
Yeah, right.
Let's
We
see.
just gotta
Let's
keep going
dive
back and
in.
back.
Rabbit hole.
Oh shit. So, anyways, man,
We have too much fun, man.
you know, yeah. So just think about it, man.
My
I think it's
perception-
a very interesting.
My reality right now is that we have too much fun.
But it's a good thing, right?
It is.
It's a serious.
It's a
That's the
serious
other thing.
topic.
Yeah, it's a serious topic, but you got to have fun with it too.
Yeah, man.
You know, and you have to hear people out, and you have to have that going back to other podcasts. We'll always go back to this one, and I think it's so important. And I think we should probably revisit it one of these days. And that's communication of how important it is to have conversation with somebody else that you do not agree with sometimes. I think it's super important to get the other person's perspective and perception and reality of what they see and how they're dealing with it.
100%.
Because just because you don't live it,
doesn't mean that it's not real.
It's not real to you.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So just be mindful.
Great way.
So just be mindful.
Great way to say that. Great way to put that.
All right, man. You got anything else to say, or are we going on to our album review? All right, let's go.
I know
to
what's
album
real.
review.
We finna do this goddamn review.
So we got FARR.
FARR.
Name it.
FARR.
That's FARR, just in case you don't understand the pirate over here in the corner.
Fire.
Name of the album is
Hey, man, where you going?
Weightless.
Fire.
Man, this is a dope album, dude.
No, this is a very good album. This is a very good album. So the name of the album is Weightless. I think you just said that, but I was saying
Did I
fire.
say Weightless? I might have. I thought I said Weightless.
I don't know.
but
I think you
could've
said it, but I
something.
think I was going fire. Too much.
This is an R&B.
Hey, what do you
album.
what do you use an extinguisher for? A fire.
Such a dad joke, dude. By the way, he's been telling me dad jokes all day, dude. It's
I got
hilarious.
one for you.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I hope nobody hates me for this. What do Mexicans use to cut their pizza?
What's that?
Little Caesars. Shout out my boy James. He hit me with that joke the other day. I've been telling it to everybody I can ever since. All right, so we're back on FARR.
FARR.
Weightless.
It's an R&B album.
R&B and soul.
And
It's labeled that.
so, let me touch on this real quick because I have
mixed feelings about that.
I do too. I feel like it's an R&B album. I feel like it's an alternative album.
Yes.
I also feel like it's a little bit rock in there.
Yes. It's definitely got some rock in there.
Dude, it's a very interesting
I kept
album.
listening to it, and I was like, "There's definitely R&B elements."
Of course, and
But
I think
it's for me, it's alternative rock.
there's even a little bit of hip hop in there.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a little bit of hip hop in there,
Yeah,
but it's alternative rock to me.
it's alternative. To me, it's like alternative R&B, rock, hip hop, like all kind of
It's
mixed. And
It's a good mixture of genres in
For
one
sure.
album for sure.
great vocals.
Great vocals,
Yes, great vocals. Great production on this.
great production.
I love like the guitars and stuff in some of the songs. There's some like little horns and
Yeah,
stuff in
there's some
there.
crazy-
there's like
there's some
really
crazy
cool like
stuff
what
going on.
they're doing with the beats.
I like the fact that he the singer did some really cool stuff as far as like it was just like him, like it was just singing. There was no extras. It was just my voice is my voice, and I'm gonna go in, and I felt like And then the harmonies came in perfect when they needed to come in. Like I felt like it was very well done production wise. I felt like it was very well done singing wise. And down to the roots. I'm going to go in there. It's going to be me and the mic. And I'm going to sing.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was, but it definitely had a rocky.
It did.
At some points in the song, especially when he starts going off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really hitting those notes. He's killing it.
The very first time I heard this, the very first listen through when we decided to do it,
right?
I was like, man, this is an alternative album, man. It sounds like an alternative album.
It's alternative
of modern day today.
For me,
yeah, for sure. And then let's go song by song, man.
Let's go. Weightless.
Weightless. This is a cool it's a minute and 20 seconds long, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have the time. It's an intro to it. It's just him singing with a reverb delay on.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And it just to me, it kind of sets the tone.
It's definitely a way to.
And they do this a few times in the album, where they
quite a bit.
Right, I think it's 4 times. I think I want to say that they'll do this little interlude intro to to the next song,
or they just start off.
Oh, that's the other thing, because we talked about this. Let's mention that real quick before we go song by song. Man, at first, so if you guys listen to this album, don't give up on this album, because at first it doesn't capture you right away.
The songs don't capture you right away.
Right.
Every song it's a lead into.
Yes, there's this build. It's a build. Thank you. It's what I was looking for. That's exactly what I was looking for. It's a build. In almost every single song. I think there's an exception to maybe about 2 or 3 that are not like that.
Maybe 2 or 3.
But mostly every song on here is like a lead up to something, and then once you listen to it, and then you reel it, you understand it. It's
the second song on the album is a very, very good testament to that. Is Blades.
Yes,
it's because it starts off very slow almost.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of going through, and then the hook drops, and you're like, the whole song changes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And they start hitting the drum. I can feel the blaze in your money. I'm like, what? This shit is hard as a motherfucker.
Right, yeah.
But I'm like, you're sitting there. It's like double dutch. You're sitting there waiting to jump in, and then all of a sudden, that motherfucker was like, ice cream Sundays on a Saturday afternoon. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
So Blades,
reversible. I like Reversible, dude.
Do you?
I do. I like Reversible. It's not my favorite song on the album.
It's yeah.
But
it's a good song, but not one of my favorites.
If you want to go check out What You Heard, next week I'll put a couple more. But I did put Reversible on What You Heard for last week.
You did,
and that was a quick run through.
Right.
I would have actually probably changed it.
Okay.
But it What You Heard's hard, man.
Let
me just tell you guys about What You Heard. What You Heard's a little bit difficult too. It takes me 4 days to produce that show, it's quite a task.
He's got
to do
more
my
music
best
in his head than iTunes, Spotify, Google Play has in their whole entire collection library. This dude listens to so much music in a fucking 4 days period. I call him. I'm like, yo, what we doing? He's like, dude, I haven't listened to music in 5 hours. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I have to take a break, dude. It does. It gets a little overwhelming, but I love doing it, though. Okay. I just want to mention that. So, anyways, after that, we have the song
Life.
This is your joint, isn't it?
Oh, my God, dude.
I was going to say either this one or I think
Blades is hard
Heal
as shit.
Me, I think it was what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah, we'll get there.
But I know, I was trying to think of which one
Life
is good, dude. Life is really good.
Life is...
Plus, the message is really good in Life, too.
Man, it's a good song, man.
Yeah, it's just an all-around fantastic song.
It's a very good song. It reminds me of a Kendrick song, and I can't think of the name of it now, but there's a Kendrick song on...
Oh, thank you for telling me. Yeah.
On Good
'Cause
Kid,
you were kinda telling
Mad
me.
City. Yeah, I didn't want to tell you the whole thing.
Right.
So I knew I loved this song, but it was like it kept reminding me of a song that I've heard before, and it was Kendrick. I can't remember the fucking song, the name of the song, but it's on Good Kid, Mad City. If I heard it right now, I would know. But life is it's not even close. It's my favorite joint on this album. I've listened to it for hours on it. He's singing the second verse. The second verse is incredible.
The whole song to me is
the whole song is crazy,
fantastic.
but the beat is crazy. The build up through the song is incredible. The second verse, and then to go from the second verse into basically the end of the song and just keep that energy throughout the end of the song. Incredible.
Right.
Incredible. My favorite. Up.
Interlude. Whatever.
Actually,
it's okay.
Sonically, it's good. It's just
it's like
an
WeightLess.
interlude.
It's like WeightLess to me. Like I WeightLess is fine to me too. Like I don't have a problem. Up is the same way for me. So
I want your opinion on this song, because I was actually wondering about this. How you thought about what you thought about this song, Wildflowers.
So this is one of those that
he's like rapping.
Okay, so I know I said this before on somebody else, and I can't remember who. Anderson .Paak sounds like that's what it sounds like to me. Like he would do a song like this.
Yeah.
Personally, now it's not my favorite, but I can rock with this one. Like I think it's okay.
It's okay. And I think it's only okay because of the singing part. I think
but it's
I
definitely,
think that him like trying to
to me
sing rap. I wasn't feeling.
Is this like your worst song on the album?
No. But
because we're getting to mine. What my worst one is, but
what's that? Heal Me.
No, I like Heal Me, dude.
I like Heal Me.
Heal Me's
the hook is
on Heal Me,
incredible, bro.
And I think that's
the
why
hook is actually
I like
the best hook on the album.
I think that's why I like the song so much, and it might be my number one.
It drastically drops like, I need you to heal me. Psh,
yeah.
Feel me. Psh. Like the way, like that shit is epic.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is epic as fuck. That's
right.
That's a dope song.
After that, we have Magic. This is my least favorite song on the album.
I agree.
I cannot get into this song.
I think I've skipped it.
And
damn near every time, except for the first two times I heard that.
We're gonna get to Freedom on the Freedom's the very last song.
We'll get there.
But since you brought that up, I did that with Freedom, like the first couple times, and Freedom is amazing though. Like that's why I say don't give up on this album. If you're into this type of music, you're gonna really enjoy this album. There definitely you're gonna have one or two that you're gonna not be rocking with, but
I think Magic, for sure.
Magic for me is just not. It doesn't fit for me.
It doesn't fit.
Like
it
even over. I know you don't like Wildflowers, but Wildflowers fits
within the scheme of the album.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Magic does not fit within the scheme of the album.
No,
I 100%. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Great way to put it.
Then after that is Paranoid, and it's there's an intro and then the actual song.
Right.
In my opinion, this is the one interlude they could totally get rid of for me.
Yeah, there's no point.
This interlude's like, okay,
get rid of 8 and 9, and then
please, can we get? Is it not?
Yeah.
But I want to say about Paranoid, the actual song number 10 on the album. This is the most alternative song, I think, on the album.
Yes.
When I heard this,
agree.
I went, this is fucking I'm listening to am I listening to right? I
right.
really had to check. The
look.
first time I listened to it, because I had headphones on, I was kind of doing stuff. And I went, did something change over? Because this doesn't sound like... It's cool, though. I like it. I like the vibe of it.
Yeah.
And
it still fits within the realm of the album.
Absolutely, it does.
For sure.
And then... Technicolor.
This is probably one of the biggest testaments to Let It Ride Out.
Mm-hmm.
This and Blades, I think, are the two songs that, like, the hook is so vastly different from the verse. Like,
right.
It just he's just smooth and and then the hook comes on. You're like, yo, this shit got some bounce to it. Like, wait,
right.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So,
and then freedom.
Don't
give up on freedom either. Like I was talking about before, don't give up on freedom.
Hey, that's life though. It's fact.
But yeah, on the song, don't give
Crazy
up on it.
Crazy song.
Oh,
I've heard the song so many times, just researching, and you know what I mean.
Right.
Just listen to the album
Right.
for us doing the podcast, and it was like I was driving home today, and the song came on, and I was like, "Yo, this is fire!" And I looked, I was like, "What?"
You're like, I know.
I've heard this song. I was like, I've never heard this song.
Right.
So whatever it was, every time this song came on, my mind just couldn't. But this is actually, if you want me to pick my top 3, I'd say Life for sure is number 1. I'd say Blades number 2, Freedom number 3.
Nice, man.
Those would be my top 3.
So,
Life is for sure my number 1.
Heal Me.
Oh shit, yeah. That'd be number 4.
I love Heal Me. It's that damn hook on that song, dude, is so good. Is bananas. But then you really dive deep into the song,
into the lyrics, yeah.
And you're like, oh, dude, I like this
it's
whole
a
fucking
crazy
song. Like,
because
because the hook, at first you listen to it and you're like, and then not really, but you're just listening to it, and then all of a sudden that hook comes on. And so
yeah.
Heal Me, Life would be number 2 for me.
Okay.
And then Freedom would be number 3.
Awesome. Awesome.
But yeah, great album.
Yeah, really good.
If you guys
album.
like all the 4 that I just mentioned, R&B,
soul, alternative,
a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of rock,
a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of rock.
You're gonna like this album. If you like a blend of stuff,
you're gonna love this album.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty dope album, man.
All right.
So, you want to go first or you want me?
No, I want you to go first.
I give this album an 8.
Damn, I thought you were gonna have it higher. I gave it an 8.
Really?
I thought you were gonna have it at a 9.
No.
Got it at 8. And the reason I have it at an 8,
I can tell you why I have it at
Magic.
8. Magic and all the damn interludes for me.
I wouldn't say up, but the paranoid intro. I say Weightless, which is actually it's the title track, but I say Weightless, Magic, and Paranoid. Those 3.
I was gonna say something, man.
Actually, they don't fit the album.
They should have named this album Life, and not because
you almost took the thought out of my head.
And it's not because of the song is like one of the dopest songs on there.
No, it's.
If you listen to all the songs, it's about life and like his
yes
accounts of certain. I'm like, dude, why didn't you name it Life and why'd you name it Weightless? I don't know. I'm not the artist. But that thought crossed my mind a couple days ago. I was like, dude, they should have named this album Life.
Or even Freedom. I mean, shit.
Right. Either one would have worked, but
Weightless, yeah. I mean, Weightless, Magic, and
because Weightless
Paranoid,
does not fit the title of this album.
Dude, after the first 3 times of listening to the album, I skip Weightless every time. It didn't make sense. Once you hit Blades is what really starts the album off for me, and then it just continues to go, and then you're hitting, and then Magic comes on, and you're like, wait, I had this whole experience.
Mm-hmm. What would have been dope though is that they took Weightless and moved it to like
maybe
to make it like
maybe
you know what I'm talking about? Make it like an A and B type of side.
It didn't fit. That makes sense.
If you made
Weightless may have made more sense
if it was
later
somewhere in the
album.
6, 7, somewhere right around there. I don't know. Just saying.
Do your song selection wisely if you're an artist. Okay.
Man, that's sometimes, man. You just wonder why'd you? Did you just go? I'm done with this one. That's 1. I'm done with this one. That's 2. Yeah. I don't know how that's.
No, I think
I know how you
thought.
do it, but I don't know how other artists do it and stuff. So, anyways, yeah, man. So,
got anything else?
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching, listening to us. I really can't stress this enough. I want everybody to be kind to one another, be safe, and stay positive through all this shit that we're going through. If I could get, I know it gets depressing. It gets we get bogged down with these thoughts, and from going back to what reality we're seeing, just try to stay as positive as possible through all this. We'll get through it, and
that's a fact.
So please stay positive out there.
Yeah, and I'll just add real quick, thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for tuning in every week, and stay positive, and keep telling people about us, and we'll keep rocking with the content.
Absolutely.
Every Sunday, the Gray Space coming to you. Every Monday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, What You Heard. You can hear the reviews from our podcast, from these episodes on What You Heard for the first 2 to 3 songs. And just keep tuning in, man, and let us know what you guys think. If you guys have any suggestions as far as music, any suggestions as far as topics,
please
let us know.
Even if it's a sentence, let us know.
Drop us up in the comments. Follow us on Instagram. All the information will be on the video. And thank you. Stay safe, man. We love y'all. We really do. We love y'all. If there's anything that we can put out there as far as information too, for relief, for charity, you guys know of something that's going on, and there's information that we can put out there that we can help or have somebody else help, please let us know. Please let us know. GoFundMe's, all that stuff, man. Let us know. And as always, this is the Gray Space. Shh.